Rocks, my name is Bill Welker, and you are listening to Picks and Pours 63. Today is Thursday, May 29th, and if you're wondering what happened to Picks and Pours 62, it's out there, but you got to be really good at scouring the dark web to find it because it never recorded. This is our first time back live on Facebook in several months, and also our first time ever live on Rumble, whatever that is. So if you watch Rumble, go over there and subscribe. And of course, subscribe on YouTube and all that good stuff. Before we get into the exciting MMA card coming up, not this weekend, but some other time, let me introduce from all the way across town, Matt, the mechanic. What's going on, Matt?
Not much, Bill. This is the time of year where I start thinking about it. Snow's not that bad.
Yeah, I was just thinking about buying a summer home up north.
Yeah, we were out on a bike ride tonight, and it was brutal.
Yeah, it was pretty nasty. I mean, I think it was like 98 degrees today and humid.
Yeah, my thermometer at my workstation was 89. Not fun.
Oh, that's gross. Yeah, I was just sitting outside with the chickens earlier, and I was sitting in the shade and the sun was going down, and it was just brutal.
You got to get a back outdoor fan back there. You got all those trees.
I do have one. I just need to I need to mount it. I have to move my fence too. I gotta do a whole bunch of things out there. I got a bunch of projects on the horizon.
You got any eggs yet?
No, probably not till August or September.
Well, that's gonna be a big day in the Welker house.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't start coming while we're on vacation. You just muted yourself, I think.
They'll be all right. They ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. I did have to chase a couple snakes away.
I saw that. I saw your story about the snake and the mouse.
Yeah. So I have a predator apron around the whole structure, and I didn't staple it down on one side just because I hadn't gotten around to it. So a mouse got in and snake followed it right in. So the chickens were all in the coop, and I went in just to fix something, and I saw the snake, and then I saw the snake chase the mouse, and I just chased them both out of there. The mouse knew how to get back out. The snake did not remember how to get out. So I had to kind of coax it towards the door.
Next time you can just leave the mouse in there. They'll take care of that.
Yeah, I didn't care about chasing the mouse out, but while I was trying to chase the snake out, the mouse escaped.
Was it just a little black racer?
Yeah, I mean, I could have just grabbed it, but it only took me a minute to chase it towards the door.
Yeah, next time grab it. We need the views. That's good content. Give the daughter the camera and man up and grab that sucker.
I mean, if I couldn't get it out the door, I would have.
And then make sure to do the thing, that one viral video where the guy just boomerangs it around his head and slings it out.
Well, I did that with a dead one.
Oh, they don't count.
Well, if I edit the video right, you won't be able to know it's dead.
Yeah. Have you seen the new AI model that came out with all these videos? You can pretty much do anything.
Man, the AI is getting scary.
Is it scary? Not really.
It's scary that you can't always tell if you're looking at something that's real.
Well, we haven't been able to do that with still images in a long time. Photoshop's a thing, and
that's true.
It's just the new age of videos now going to have Photoshop. So I'm sure it'll eventually work its way out. But I definitely think if you're a young person getting ready to go to college, getting some degree about detecting AI stuff could become pretty lucrative.
Supposedly next year they're doing like somewhere in this area, they're doing 8th grade classes that are completely taught by AI.
Man, how much you got to pay extra for that?
I'm sure you got to pay something for it. I don't plan on finding out.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Or who knows? Maybe it'd be better. I guess it depends on who made the AI.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they put together like the perfect curriculum. I've definitely been dabbling with the AI more and more. It's pretty cool what it can do.
You know the surveys that you do that have like the strongly disagree and strongly agree, and you kind of like it
Hmm.
would be cool if you could, your AI is going to teach your kid, but you complete the questionnaire of how you want your child to be taught.
Hmm. Yeah, like how much discipline, how much
No, it would ask you questions about what your history, and we could go in the weeds with this, but
hmm.
do you
Well,
think we went to the moon? Agree or strong disagree?
and then is AI going to tell you the truth?
Who knows? Depends who makes it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, just like the history books. Depends who writes them, right?
The victors. Hey,
So
you want to
who's
talk about news or the card first,
let's
or
get
just
this
talk about news?
let's get
Call it
this
a day.
let's get this card over with. I guess you didn't make picks.
I might make one. I got the odds here. I might talk myself into one. I mean, looking at the main event, which we might as well talk about first. I think I could I'm comfortable putting some money on this.
Let's see. Well, let me take a guess at the odds here because Maycee Barber's on what? A 6-fight win streak? And
Sure.
yeah. And let's see, Erin Blanchfield coming off what I would say the biggest win of her career over Rose Namajunas back in November. Man, but I would think even though she's only won her last fight, I would still think that Erin Blanchfield's a favorite.
Yep, you're correct.
Minus 240.
Bang! Ding, ding, ding. Minus 238.
Oh shit. Wow, that's the closest I've ever come, I think.
Yeah, it's almost like you had this screen up.
I'll drink to that. No, I don't have anything up. I legit don't look at it. Where are you getting those odds?
DraftKings.
Okay. We still need to get one of these channels to sponsor here.
It could only be Hard Rock.
Hard Rock, yeah. Even though I can't even register for it. Maybe they can sort that out when they become a sponsor.
Yeah. We want us to sponsor us and give me my account back.
Man. I mean, Maycee Barber is on a hot streak. I don't really see how she gets past Erin Blanchfield.
I think you got some bias there.
I do.
I mean, I've been high on Erin Blanchfield for a while, but there's not many bets to make tonight, and plus 195 beside Maycee is pretty enticing.
That's true.
Especially with the win streak she's on. She's always down to fight.
I still think of Maycee Barber as this young kid, and here she is. She's actually the older fighter here. She's 27, and Erin Blanchfield is 26.
I mean, yeah, plus 195. It's not terrible odds. We can make some money here.
All right. So you're gonna put all $5 on Maycee Barber?
Yeah, well, let's see if there's anything else while we go through some stuff. But
All right.
I'm not opposed to that.
How do you see Maycee Barber getting it done?
Some sort of decision. Just probably being not the technical fighter, but landing maybe some big visual shots and just getting a decision.
It would have to be because her only finish in the last 5 years is Amanda Hebus.
Okay.
And
a $5 bet pays out $14.75.
Not bad. What is it if you bet Maycee Barber by finish, by TKO, let's say? I don't think she submits Erin Blanchfield.
1,200. No. Oh, wow. Plus 500.
So $5 pays out how much?
30.
Go to Sizzler on that.
Plus 450 on Maycee Barber by decision pays out 27.50.
Did you have Sizzler growing up in Ohio?
No, but I know what it is. Maybe, but I mean, we don't have any restaurants. No, we didn't have a Sizzler. We had the Dairy Queen, a McDonald's, and like some Chinese buffet place.
You didn't even have like a diner?
Oh, a couple of those. I mean, we had Columbus, which is like an hour away, and that's where you could get, we went to Red Lobster. That was the prime night. And now we drive past it like every night, and it's packed. And we're just like, what in the hell would you go there for?
Yeah. I read something about Red Lobster recently that it's like basically like this guy that owned like this fishing industry was looking for a way to launder money. And that's basically how Red Lobster started.
Maybe it might be right down the road in Tarpon. They have a fishing outpost in Tarpon, but every time I go there, I'm like, I don't know if this is fish. Like,
you don't know if it's fish?
Like, I don't know what this is. Like, this is, I don't know. I'd rather eat some fish sticks, frozen fish sticks in my freezer than go to Red Lobster.
I mean, it's essentially the same thing. Although those cheddar biscuits,
you can buy those at Walmart for $1.97.
Oh, really? The same ones?
Yeah, the Red Lobster brand. That's how you know if a food brand is going downhill. If you walk down the aisles of Walmart and you see their product.
Yeah, that's what happened at TGI Fridays.
Yeah, the only one that seems to be thriving is Chili's. I've never ate at Chili's, but their parking lot is always packed.
Chili's is terrible.
I think they did some big change within the last year, though. I think I read that somewhere.
Really? Give me Applebee's over Chili's.
Yeah, I haven't ate it. Yeah.
When I first moved to Florida, one of the first places we ate was Applebee's in Clearwater, and I went into the men's room, and some guy had just gotten the shit beaten out of him in the parking lot, and he was bleeding all over the sink. And I didn't say anything to him, but I was just like right next to him, just washing my hands, and he's wearing like a button-down shirt. It's all ripped. He's got blood all over it. I wonder what the hell that guy did.
And it's like, well, what time was it? Late?
It was pretty late. We had gotten into town. And I think the reason we went to Applebee's is because it was the only thing open.
Yeah, getting your ass whipped at an Applebee's is pretty down. You're pretty down, close to rock bottom. That's pretty close.
Yeah, and he was like dressed up. He had like a nice button-down shirt. It was ripped to ribbons. He got somebody grabbed him by that shirt and fucking beat.
That sounds like a proper Florida welcome, though.
Yeah. And I almost wanted to ask him, like, "Hey, man, what'd you do? I don't want to ruffle.
I want to end up like you." And that's when you started training, huh?
Yeah. Did you order an apple martini at the bar? Somebody didn't like it. I mean, no, I was probably pretty close to fight shape at that point when I moved down here. That was, I guess, 9 years ago now.
Oh, yeah. But getting your ass whipped at Applebee's. Yeah. Florida man.
It's a tale as old as Florida.
Did he have like a tap out undershirt and some bedazzled jeans?
I don't know. I was trying not to look at him too close. I didn't want to get involved in whatever he had going on. Because the next thing he would have been like, hey, man, you and me could probably go back out there and take those
Let's go
guys.
get some revenge.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, let's go get some baby back ribs. You stay in here and clean the blood off of your shirt from Sears. But yeah, that was my last. I don't really go to chain restaurants. Every now and then when my brother-in-laws visit from Japan, they like to go to Red Lobster just because they don't have that stuff over there.
But take them to somewhere other with, where they get.
That's where they want to go because it's like,
Oh,
I guess, childhood nostalgia for them, and they can't.
I would say just see you later. I'll be here.
Yeah.
Have fun. The only chain restaurant that I'll go to, and unfortunately it closed, was Ford's Garage. Was not bad. I liked Ford's Garage, but
there's still one in West Chase.
Yeah, it's not that good.
Oh, really?
It's like 10 minutes good, not 25-minute drive.
Oh. Well, I go up there all the time. I go to the Costco up there because I go see a doctor up there, and I go to Costco and there's Wild Fork Market. We go up there on a Sunday, go get lunch. Ford's Garage, go to Wild Fork, get some wild game.
Quit using that company. I got a couple questionable purchases, and I was just like,
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was some bad, or maybe it was my bad, but I've been doing a lot of Publix big cuts of meat, cutting it up.
I haven't had anything bad from Wild Fork. Well, I'm sipping on one of your favorites here.
Oh yeah, it's one of the best. It just went up in price, but it's okay.
I got this for $30 at Publix.
It's 40 at Lucan's now.
Is it really? Well, too many people finding out about it. Redwood Empire Pipe Dream. I picked this up because I just went on a murder mystery podcast I was invited on. It pairs murder mystery movies with whiskey. So they invited me on and asked me to pair the movie I was reviewing with whiskey. And the movie I did, and the episode will be out in a couple of weeks, I think, was Scream 1.
And you picked
Redwood Empire Pipe Dream because it's got this kind of blood red color to it. And Redwood Empire comes out of California, which the fictional town of Woodsboro is in California, where Scream 1 takes place.
You put a lot of thought into that. I would have went with Jim Beam.
Just because it's a classic and that's a classic movie?
Oh, no. Yeah, classic, low budget, white trash.
I don't think it was low budget. That movie had like a pretty amazing cast.
Yeah, well, I mean, like the budget of the production was low, but I mean, and I don't know who was those. That was like launched all their careers. Those are probably really cheap.
$15 million.
That's cheap.
Yeah. But if you look at the names in there, Drew Barrymore, Courtney Cox, Nev Campbell, David Arquette.
Well, Scream 4 in what year was this?
40 million.
Yeah, 2011, $40 million.
Scream 7 is coming out soon.
Oh.
Or next year or something. So I went back and rewatched it, and that movie holds up. I enjoyed watching it.
I could see where it holds up because it's not. It never was like you're never scared. It just is what it is. It kind of pioneer of a genre of movies that was all throughout our Hollywood. I know what you did last summer was because of Scream.
Yeah, it's a spoof on classic horror movies.
But they did run that idea into the fucking ground, though.
Oh yeah, they did. But that one was good. It was, Wes Craven directed it. That guy's a legend. Um,
What was the hot chick in that?
Nev Campbell.
I guess. Yeah.
She was the starlet. That was like, I guess Courtney Cox wasn't really a star yet because this was 96 and Friends launched in 94. So she was probably like, when they were filming it, she was probably on the verge of being one of the biggest stars in the world.
Yeah, probably launched her into it. That Matthew Lillard guy. I always liked him as an actor.
I love Matthew Lillard, and he was a lot of what I talked about on the podcast.
Yeah, there's a movie he did with two other guys, Without a Paddle.
Yeah. Oh man, my brother used to be obsessed with that movie when he was a kid.
No, he was a Scooby Doo.
13 Ghosts is a
Yep.
movie he did I really enjoyed.
That's a good one. Man, this fucking card sucks because we're
We're talking about Scooby-Doo. We're talking about B horror movies and and C-list actors.
This is the dark ages of the UFC.
It is, man. I wonder if it's something to do with like because the ESPN contract's running out, they already got something else lined up. They're just giving them weak shows.
Yeah, I hope it is. I hope that's right. That it's already lined up and it's a done deal. Because if they're trying to sell their product, they are doing a fucking terrible job.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't be in negotiations still and be like, see, it's worth so much money. Check this shit out.
Well, they're probably trying to stack the pay-per-views and push the
They're not doing a
pay-per-view
very
numbers.
good job.
That's true. Yeah, the last pay-per-view was headlined by Bilal Muhammad.
I mean, the one we got next weekend is a good one. The casuals are already talking about it, which I think I need to look at this odd. What is the odds in that main event? Because I hear so many people talking about how Sean O'Malley is going to destroy Merab. And nope, never mind.
How?
Oh, these are casual.
Oh, okay. Like
But
you let him kiss him in the last fight. Couldn't even do anything about it.
Plus 250 for Sean O'Malley.
Like when a dude kisses you in a fight and there's nothing you can do about it, you can't turn around and say, I'm going to kill him the next time. Like that's
Did you see Merab's toe?
No.
So Merab broke his pinky toe last weekend, like last Friday. Bad. I mean, it's fucking purple.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I'll just cut it off.
Yeah.
But he does have a broken toe. And Merab is the only.
Didn't that happen before another fight? He released a picture of a broken toe and then it turned out it was an old picture.
Yeah, but there's been.
I feel like he's done this before.
Nah, he showed it a couple times.
I
don't know. Maybe. I mean, Conor McGregor pulled out of that last fight because of this. But Merab's the only guy we're like, yeah, he'll probably be all right.
Yeah. I mean, Conor's not like tough though.
He was very tough at one point in his life. He's just not tough anymore.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, if I was a billionaire, I'm not fighting with a broken toe either.
He's filthy rich. He's not tough.
Yeah.
You don't see Eminem out just killing it these days, like
who?
Eminem.
Like,
I think once you become that tough, that rich.
Although there's been a lot of talk about what he did to Machine Gun Kelly, because Machine Gun Kelly came out with this like Jonas Brothers sounding song.
Yeah,
and everyone
I don't think Eminem had anything to do with that. I think
no, but that's just the joke. Like they
that's
had
the
like
joke.
a little rap battle.
I think Machine Gun Kelly just goes anywhere he can to. Just like I saw the chick off of Ridiculousness. What's her name?
Michelle West Coast.
Yeah, West Coast is now a country singer.
Oh God.
She started out doing that like thug rap, and now she's doing country music.
Her voice is terrible.
Yeah, auto-tune's a thing, and country music's probably much easier to do than her to act tough and do rap.
I gotta hear some of this. Do you think we'll get pulled if I play some of it? Oh, Chanel West Coast.
Chanel.
You think we'll get pulled if I play this?
I mean,
Let's find out.
fuck it.
Oh yeah, this is definitely auto-tuned to hell.
No, we can't hear it.
That's enough of that. I mean, I'm sure the video is gonna get a lot of views. She's got her tits out. And it's very
I think she should just stick to the most popular TV show over for the last 10 years considerably. It's holding a network up.
Let's see, what's her net worth? Man, I'll really talk about anything but this card. $6 million she's worth, so she's worth more than you and I combined.
She probably deserves a little bit more.
Well, these things are never accurate. Because there's always like the under the table money. It doesn't get reported to the IRS.
Are there any other fights on this?
Mateusz Gamrot and Ludovít Klein is the co-main event. That's, it's a pretty high stakes fight that is not going to be entertaining.
Update: Chanel West Coast is not on Ridiculousness anymore.
I didn't even know that was still a show.
Well, you never looked at MTV because it's the only show on there. They'll just play that for like 6 hours.
I don't have cable anymore. That's actually the reason I built my chicken coop, because we had DirecTV and I had a big satellite in my side yard. And when we got rid of it, I was like, well, we should do something with this side yard. Let's get chickens. And here we are. No MTV and 7 chickens.
So this
Dustin Jacoby and Bruno Lopez, kind of an interesting fight. Caitlin Vieira and Maycee Chiasson. Your boy Jordan Levitt's on this card. He's fighting Kurt Hollabaugh. That's actually probably the most interesting fight to me on this card.
Jordan Levitt's minus 238 there.
That's a guy who had so much attention early on. And then who shut him down? Patty Pimblett?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was unfortunate.
God, man, I don't know if I'm going to watch this card.
Yeah, and Chase Hooper submitted him. Patty submitted him. I don't know. I'll tune in just to watch him, or I guess I'll probably look it up later.
Yeah,
their UFC is partnering with Tops, so every fighter making the debut from this card forward has a little patch on their fight kit that Tops is going to turn into a card, which is a brilliant idea. Like 10 years short. Like,
you're saying they should have done it 10 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, think about it, like an Israel Adesanya patch. Like you got the patch, like not just the rookie card, but you got like the only rookie card.
Like they'll actually cut up the fight kit and put it into a card?
Well, it's a patch, so it's probably just stuck on there, and then they'll peel it off and
peel it off and cut it.
Though the cards are like for that type of shit are like that thick.
I used to be really into baseball cards, and I remember I think it was Tops or maybe Don Russ or one of those that they would put like a little piece of the uniform into the card, or like a chip of the baseball bat in the card.
Yeah, the UFC does that a lot. They do the canvas, they'll cut up the fight kit, they'll cut up the poster. The trading card game or sports cards game gotten so weird, because there's there's like the normal level that we would have got as kids, but now they have
Yeah.
these packs that are $400 and $500 that'll have 2 cards in them, and that's definitely where this fight debut thing would.
Well, the whole industry turned out to be a scam.
I mean, I don't know. It's like, it seems like it is a scam, and sometimes it isn't. It's kind of like
It is.
it's the first like shit coin.
So I remember when I was a kid, the big deal was this was the resurgence of trading cards. It was the Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. And they said, if you get this guy's rookie card, he's going to be the biggest star in the world. And he was for a little while. You got to get this rookie card. And it's going to be worth a lot of money. So everybody was buying packs of, I think it was like Upper Deck or whatever. So it turns out that they were just printing sheets of just this rookie card. So it's not like there was like any other card. There was a limited amount that only came out that year. They were printing out thousands of them and just putting them out in the pack. So it became pretty easy to find. So they're putting the value at, let's say the card was worth $250, but nobody's going to pay it because you could just open any pack of Upper Deck and find one. So why would you do that? Well, you could pay $2 for a pack of cards and just get one.
How much do you think a PSA 10 is worth now? 1989 Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card.
I could have told you that it was 1989. How much is it worth now? $15?
$2,750.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, but like rated a 10?
Yeah, 10.
Yeah, those are probably a little more rare. What is it worth just on its own?
Ungraded?
Yeah, ungraded, just
56.
$56.
Mm-hmm.
But then the problem becomes, who's going to pay that $56 for it?
Yeah. I think if you want to make money in trading cards, you should stick to Pokemon. Sadly, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You wouldn't pay $56 for one just to have one?
I think I probably have one somewhere.
No.
I've got stacks of baseball cards.
My uncle bought me my 1986 and 1987 Topps card, baseball card set, and I held on to that until like 5 years ago, and I looked it up, and it was like, I went to a card place, and they're like, yeah, it's just not worth anything. And I'm like, okay, well, here, take it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Pete Rose died, and his rookie was in that son of a bitch. Or not his rookie, his last. I don't know. Pete Rose card was in there, and it's worth money now, and I don't have it.
And now he's about to get inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And it's going to be worth more for a few days.
Well, I didn't take I mean, it was still nice, but it was all fucked up. They were all like they got wet or something, and they're in a U.
Mm.
Oh well.
That's why it wasn't worth anything. Yeah, I've got still like tons of baseball cards. They're all at my parents' house. My dad's always trying to get me to take them.
You should get them out of their house. That's rude.
Yeah. Yeah. But like whenever I go visit, I don't bring like a lot of luggage. So I'm not going to bring like another suitcase just to bring back those baseball cards.
You should just take a look through them and see if there's anything good in there and throw the rest of the shit away.
Yeah, I should. Yeah.
Did you see Dan Hooker's fights he had in his backyard?
No.
I guess you're going to have fun after this show and go watch Dan Hooker's fights on YouTube. He had 32 fighters in his backyard, $50K top prize. And it was like Kimbo Slice style.
Just like backyard brawls kind of thing?
Yeah, guys that don't really know how to fight, and it's $50,000 prize.
Just for like the best fight?
I don't know. I haven't finished it yet. I didn't see it until I was doing the show, and I was like right before the show, so I like clicked through it a bit.
Yeah, like how do you get the prize?
I don't know that part.
Mm.
I was just watching a couple of little fights.
All right. I'm intrigued.
I mean, it's a good 10 minutes. No, you're not going to show it.
I need some are they funny?
No, they're just like street beefs fight.
Yeah, I know those are funny.
Kind of.
Like, could I do some good spoof commentary on them?
I don't know, Bill. I just watched, I clicked through them like 10 minutes before the show. So you watch it and you tell me. I don't know.
All right. Well,
did you see Nate went to Thailand?
Yeah, and they got into some kind of scuffle or something.
Yeah, it seems that they went to Thailand. Nate brought Jake Shields and thought that he was doing a show like a Ultimate Fighter show with John Jones being the coach, and they were doing like Thai fighters. And it ended up there's just a bunch of Chechens, like the same crew, Chimaev's crew that Nate's beefed with for years.
Yeah.
So it seems that didn't go well because this one guy just started trying to fight Nate right away. Jake Shields apparently stepped in, and then like a couple more guys. Well, I guess Nate started it because he slapped him. But then the video, it looks like John Jones is getting ready to get involved, and they kind of like, okay, we're done. And the Chechens backed off. And
so you think it was like staged?
I don't know.
To bring attention to whatever it is they're doing?
Well, I mean, the last one they seemed to do was Aljamain Sterling, and who was he with? That didn't seem to go anywhere. So I don't know if it was staged on like Nate and John Jones's part. I think it was staged maybe more like a setup.
Yeah. Because it's not like a room full of Chechens is going to be like, oh no, he's got Jake Shields with him. We better back down now.
Well, Jake Shields got the best of 3 of them right off the rip.
Oh, like he smacked him up?
Well, Nate smacked him, and then the Chechen guy started to go, and Jake started taking guys out in Jake Shield like fashion. And then it just seemed stupid. Like it seemed like the guys weren't. Maybe the Chechens thought that Nate and Jake were in on it, and they didn't. And they definitely didn't know what was going on.
But either way, it's definitely fake. I mean, these guys are in a foreign country and they're just on their own.
Well, yeah, and then they kind of just said, "Well, fuck it, we're not doing the show anymore." And I think Jorge Masvidal flew in and did it instead. But I don't know. It just seemed like they set the Nate Diaz camp up.
That's so bizarre. I wonder what they got paid for that.
Well, I don't think they got paid anything because I don't think it went well. Like they were saying, because Jake put out a long video. Like he did a podcast of one of his episodes of his podcast about it, and said like we were kind of like trying to negotiate a different location because it was weird. There was just so many of them, and like the Chechens were like posting on social media, "We're looking for Nate, and they're hiding from us here in Thailand." And they're like, "Well, we were in the same hotel they were. They knew where we were. They didn't do anything." It seems silly, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I love me some Jake Shields sometimes. Like seems like a friend you want to have.
Yeah, I mean, I drank with Jake Shields one night, and he was definitely a cool dude to me.
Yeah, he's going through some heat right now. But
oh yeah, because he's getting real political.
He's not getting real political. He's just talking to people. He's just having.
I mean, he's getting real political.
Yeah, everybody should check it out. It's interesting that he has on some controversial guests.
What's his podcast called? It's called
Fight Back podcast. He's had some ones where I'm like, I don't know if he should have done that one, but he's also had some ones with some pretty prolific, what we're taught as bad guys, and it just seems like, man, maybe their stuff, things were blown out of proportion a bit, and it's interesting to hear from Jake's giving them the platform to explain themselves, and it's interesting.
Yeah, I remember it was maybe like 6 or 7 years ago, he started getting like real active on Twitter, and I had followed him on Twitter, and all of a sudden he started tweeting a whole bunch of political stuff, and it came out of left field. So I thought like someone was just running his Twitter for him and just saying controversial things to get him um like engagement. But then it turned out it was him, and he just decided like I want to be involved in political conversations now. And now he's doing the whole podcast thing, and I still follow him. Um,
I mean, I
you
don't
know,
think it's political. I think it's more about just being giving people the platform. It's a First Amendment
well,
podcast.
he's definitely got a lot of politically charged opinions.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's hit or it's touchy sometimes. I mean, some of the times I open up my podcast app and I go, oh, God damn, he's got some ball. Like he's got David Duke but it's wild because he just had a Henry Cejudo too. So
Hmm. Yeah, I saw that, and it looked like Henry was like super high.
I skipped that one, man. I don't want to listen to
It
a
might have been.
fighter talk. I don't want to listen to Jake Shields talk to fighters. I want to hear him talk to, I don't know. He had that crazy guy on that put that slur on his bottle service. Did you see that?
No.
He put like an anti-Jewish slur on he was at a Barstool Sports
Oh,
bar.
yeah. I did see this. Yeah. And I saw that he and and Dave Portnoy offered to fly the guy to Auschwitz or something.
Yeah, and then he took it back, and now there's a legal battle, and that's just a stupid. Like, no, it didn't seem like we'd rather talk about racist shit than this card, but it
We'll
just
talk
seemed
about
like
everything but this card.
yeah, but it just seems silly. It's just
Talking
a
about
silly, what a
chickens and
silly
Scooby Doo
situation.
and and racist podcasts.
Yeah,
Um, well, in any case, Jake Shields is cool in my book because I met him in person, and when I was having drinks with him, he actually, took the time to have a a pretty good conversation with me. We took some pictures together, and um I talked to him. I remember while everyone else in the Nate Diaz victory party was drinking Patron, Jake Shields was drinking Jameson. So I was kind of sticking near him because he had like this bottle of Jameson to himself that nobody else was really interested in because they were all doing shots of Patron. So I was off to the side with Jake Shields, and we were the only ones drinking whiskey.
yeah. That's whenever you meet some like not a famous person that's willing to just spend a little time to talk to you. It's hard to no matter what they do. It's like, man, I like that guy.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you know, it, it's like no matter what else he does in his career or his personal life, I'll be like, well, he was always cool to me.
Yeah. I wonder how many people are thinking about Kanye right now.
Yeah. I mean, I've never had an interaction with him, but if I sat, drinking whiskey with Kanye West at an after party, I'd probably stick up for him.
My favorite Kanye story is always the one where he got in trouble for some bullshit, and his punishment was he had to do community service, and he
Mhm.
taught like a business class at a college, like a whole semester of it, and apparently he just killed it. Like all the students became like very successful, and it was like within like it's lore around that college that it was like the best semester of business management ever taught there.
I mean, he's obviously doing something right.
Yeah, have you seen those shoes? Those damn goddamn things made a fortune, and they are ugly.
Yeah. Oh man, they're hideous and people love them.
Can you still wear those? I haven't been paying attention. I wonder if people are still rocking the Yeezys.
I don't know. Eh, I remember that he came out with the ones that they look like Crocs that kind of melted, and people loved those for a
I think
while.
I guess they were really comfortable.
They
I
must
didn't
be.
buy it. I didn't want them because everybody I saw wearing them, their feet just looked dirty. Like all the dirt just stuck to them. Just got dirty ass feet. But yeah, I think we're reached the end of this. Got dirty feet. We're talking about.
I mean, that could be taken a few different ways, but we'll just move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other fights on this.
No, the only other thing I got is if you're interested, the new Ultimate Fighter season started this week too.
It did? Who's coaching it?
Chael and TC.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where you got. I think it's on the new ESPN thing.
I like both of those guys, and I've tried to watch their podcast because I like both of them, and it's just the chemistry just doesn't work.
And the guys aren't going to fight, and so what's the point?
Like, you never know. Chael and DC might come out of retirement, do bare knuckle.
I don't think so.
Speaking of which, we got our boy Dave Mondell putting his title on the line next week out in New Mexico. So that's a big deal. I want to against the guy's name, I think, is Donald Sanchez.
You got Sanchez, right?
Diego Sanchez. Is it something with a D?
Donald.
Oh, it is Donald.
What a terrible combination. Never heard that before.
Donald Sanchez?
Yeah.
Well,
he looks like a very fit individual.
Yeah. Oh, he's a beast. Speaking of all this, did you see the video?
Wow.
Oh, you did, because I sent it to you. The video of Mike Perry sparring with Sean Strickland.
Yeah, I did.
It looked like Mike Perry had never fought in his life.
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, who knows? Like what we were seeing there, it could have been like at the end of a very long workout, and Mike Perry posted it himself. So, but god damn, he looked terrible. like it looked like no one had ever taught him how to throw a punch before.
I mean, I agree. When I watched it, I was like, man, I don't even know if what's going on there. If they were sparring or fucking around. Yeah, I sent you a link. Just scroll down and look at these guys, these people on this card.
A lot of face tattoos.
Look at Leo Bircher, the guy below the main event.
Oh man, look at that nose.
No, like the guy, Mr. Perez on the.
He's got but look at it. His opponent's nose is like really crooked, but in comparison, it looks.
They're like mirror pictures.
Yeah, like one
Maybe they could just fix that. They can fix each other's noses this fight.
Yeah. Murat Kilimedov. And then Derek Perez is on this card. He's got quite a few face tattoos.
Yeah. Like the Kyle McElroy. That's a it's Charles Woodson physique.
Wait a second. This guy this guy is ripped. And he has no neck. It looks like they photoshopped his neck.
Yeah, it doesn't look right. They should have, the guy that took that picture said, hold on a minute, we got to take it again.
Yeah, like it looks like he was about to sneeze or something.
Or doing a deadlift. It looks like he's doing a deadlift.
Yeah. But like they couldn't tell him, like, hold on, just like straighten up, like just lift your chin up a little bit for the picture. And then this guy, Zay Garcia, looks like
Sky.
Kind of, but if Sky was like a model, and he's 0-2. Jenny Savage is on. I've heard of her before. She's fighting Crystal Van Wyck. Oh man, look at Skylar Mauler.
That's why I sent you this link.
Hold on, I need to share this for
It
the
gets
people.
better. It keeps going too. One more fight.
Look, guys. My goodness.
It looks like the casting sheet for American History X.
It looks like Dustin Diamond from Saved by the Bell. And then this was the opponent. Where's the other guy? That's Jenny Savage. Here's this guy. Looks like this guy looks like a model. He's actually got like some pretty intricate tattoos. Like most of these,
best tattoos of the card by far.
Yeah, I mean most of these guys are just random. I gotta look at the guy with no neck again. I gotta show you guys. Hold on, I zoomed in too much.
The Irishman.
I'm too old to be doing this. You should be here. Here he goes. Oh man, he looks like he's angry at me for making fun of him just in the picture.
Yeah, well, it's a bad picture. You should have gave him a different picture.
I'm sorry, Kyle. It's 2 and 5. And this guy, he's fighting. This looks like right out of prison. Felipe Chavez. This guy kind of looks like Cub Swanson. He looks like Cub Swanson crossed with what's that guy? The actor that's famous now from the Zombies show.
Oh, yeah, I know.
There's all the memes of him just like eating a sandwich.
He has this weird ass podcast now, though.
Who else do we want to see on here? Yeah, Derek Perez. Look at those tattoos.
Eesh. Is this a nipple circled?
I think it's what's left of his chest hair. That necklace is tattooed on him. He's got a whole rosary tattooed on him. I don't even know if his mustache is real. His mustache might be a tattoo.
Man. Well, I'll tell you what. I wish this card was this weekend because I would much rather watch this son of a bitch than the UFC.
That nipple hair might be tattooed on. Now that I'm looking at it close.
And if it's real, he's a bitch because he's shaving all the way up to there. You're a bitch.
I mean, I wouldn't tell him he's a bitch to his face, even though he's 137 pounds.
Yeah,
they have his weight as 137.8. That's not even a weight class. Like, man, some of the BKFC cards, it's like so. All right, where are these guys with the noses? We got to take a look at them.
I don't know, but you got to figure out some shit
Here.
out.
All right, here we go. Murat Kulamedov. That's like if you just look at his picture, you're like, oh, that guy's nose is crooked. And then you look over at his opponent, you're like, holy fuck. His nose doesn't know if it's coming or going.
Oh, man. I bet you he snores like a son of a bitch.
He looks like he doesn't even sleep.
He's got some pretty nice tattoos, though.
Yeah, I like the eagle with the splash of red. That's pretty badass.
Yeah. Nice tattoos. Gonna need to see an ear, nose, and throat doctor in his future.
That nose, yeah, man.
Oof.
He's like he could snort cocaine off the table next to him.
Jeez.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't make sense. If you're gonna fight bare knuckle, don't get it fixed until you're done. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, dude, the inside of my nose looks like the outside of his, and I haven't gotten mine fixed just because I still like they've told me if you're gonna keep sparring and stuff, just don't bother. Like Dave's got a lot more tattoos these days, huh?
Yeah, Dave's looking lean. He's putting a lot more into social media. Oddly enough, I didn't know his fight was next weekend, so he needs to work on that. Like, if he's going to do that much social media, I should know that.
Yeah, we should get him on the show too. He has been like the last year or so. He's been walking around really lean. So he's definitely gotten his diet in order. I don't know what happened with this. I'll take that out of there. But yeah, Dave looks good, and he comes by our gym to spar on Wednesday. Sometimes he's looked really sharp. Almost got the better of me a few times. So
shit, I'm sure he could if he wanted to. He's just a good friend.
I'm like, make me look good if you want to get back on the podcast.
Yeah. Well,
no,
we did
Dave's
another hour.
A good sparring partner. He'll play down to your level.
Yeah, well, we made it another hour though, so
yeah, and we went really in depth on this card. UFC Vegas.
Everybody should be. They're very well informed. They should be able to make a bet on every fight, and it'll pay out great.
I'm just gonna be sitting outside with my chickens instead of watching this card. Probably. Maybe I'll just have it playing on my phone.
Just catch a couple mouse. Go to the pet store, get a mouse, throw it in there. It'd be more entertaining than this weekend.
You think they're big enough to kill a mouse now?
Yeah.
I don't even have to go get a mouse. I could just go grab some lizards in the backyard and throw them in there.
Oh yeah, they'll eat them too.
They probably would have eaten that snake too.
Yeah, but I'd be worried about it maybe getting a hold of one of them.
Yeah, I think when they're a little bit bigger though, those black racers are going to be no match for them.
Man, we got a big one out in front of our place. He's big.
Yeah?
Yeah, big. It's a large snake.
I did see, like, a few days after the that incident I posted on my stories, I did see another black racer. It was just kind of like waiting outside of the chicken run, and I thought it was like trying to get in to get at the chickens, but then it turned out it was just injured and it couldn't move. Because I went out there and I walked right up to it and it didn't budge.
Maybe he got in there and the chickens messed it up.
It could be. It was definitely injured from something. I don't know.
Chickens are evil little bastards, man. Wait till you see what they do to a mouse.
I mean, I'm kind of curious now.
Yeah, they'll destroy it. Chickens they eat bugs and seeds. They'll eat whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They'll eat pretty much anything you give them.
They'd eat you.
Man,
if they could.
They're not gonna eat me.
They would.
All
right. At least we got a pay-per-view to talk about next week.
Yeah, I'm interested in this one. It's a good card. Like I thought it was gonna be pretty weak supporting staff, but I pulled it up just because I was getting sleepy just reading the card that's coming up this week. So I was like, let me see what's on the horizon. That's a fun card. I mean, we got Juliana Pena and Kayla Harrison. That's an interesting fight. I don't think Juliana Pena makes it out of the first round.
I hope not. I hope so. Whatever. I don't like Miss Juliana.
Yeah, she's pretty insufferable.
The majority Taylor Green of the UFC.
Kelvin Gastelum, Joe Pyfer. That's a fun fight.
Yeah. He don't got the diarrhea no more, so he's ready. Joe Piper's gonna be ready to go.
Patchy Mix making his UFC debut against Mario Batista. Kevin Holland, Vicente Luque. This card is stacked. It's stacked. Even the undercard, Sergey Spivak and Waldo Cortez Acosta. That's a fun fight. That should be a main card fight.
Yeah, I think they must not. They haven't set the card right because Johnny Walker's down on the early prelims. I don't think so.
Johnny Walker is not even on the card that I'm looking at. So that may have been scratched. Where are you looking? Who's he fighting?
Azmat Mirzakhanov.
Yeah, so Azamat Mirzakhanov is now fighting Brenson Hibiero. So I think Johnny Walker was scratched from this card.
Bad injury. Oh, that's out of UFC 211. Oh, there's no news. That's really weird.
Chaos Williams on the prelims, but without an opponent as of right now. And then Rob and Sean O'Malley rematch. This is it's at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, where I've been to a couple of fights. I saw John Jones versus Chael Sonnen there back in the day.
Wow. Did you know then you're probably like watching the golden years?
I gotta show this comment. Miguel Salcedo. Did you see this?
Yeah, I just said.
I'm gonna ask you to answer this question, Matt. It says, "Hey guys, big fan. Can I get a shout out? Would you rather smell Zhang Weili's asshole or Chris Cyborg's asshole?"
Capital asshole.
Yeah,
that's a question. You know,
I like the fact that he took the time to capitalize everything but the names of the fighters, pretty much.
At first glance, I would say Zhang Weili all day, because Chris Cyborg is just oof. Well, yeah, I'm gonna say go with Zhang Weili, because if I didn't, I was just gonna get us kicked off YouTube for what I was gonna say. So we'll go with Zhang Weili.
All right, so here's my thing. If you want to get in the weeds about this, you got to consider the diet of the average Chinese person.
That's why I was going to get us kicked off YouTube.
That's what's concerning to me, though. That's what makes it like, because I had the same reaction as you. Like off the bat, I would have said Weili Zhang, but then I'm like, I don't know, man. She's biting the head off of bats.
I don't know. This show's over with.
She's shopping at the wet
I'm out
market.
of here.
All right, I'm gonna say Cyborg.
Jesus Christ.
Miguel, come back with some more questions next week. This must be because
Miguel, make us a hot take for next week.
We're probably trending on Rumble now. We might be kicked off of YouTube, but now we're verified on Rumble. So, in any case, guys, oh man, I'm crying now from laughing so hard. Make sure you guys are subscribed everywhere, please. Social media, all that stuff. If you're listening on Spotify, yeah, we're on Rumble now. I guess I'm gonna go live.
Top 10 podcasts on Rumble.
Yeah, we might be. I don't even know what Rumble is, honestly. I didn't even know I had an account, but apparently I do, and we're live on there. So, if you're a Rumble person, we're on there now. So go subscribe there. We're back live on Facebook now, live on YouTube. So if you want to catch a show live, subscribe on one of those. I may be changing those up. I'm going to be playing around with this in the coming weeks. I may make a Twitch, and we may go live on Twitch, see how that goes. I don't know. I haven't decided. But in any case, I'm trying to pull up the outro here. I'm still laughing at that question. All right, UFC Vegas. 107. If we got it wrong, please leave us some comments and let us know why this card is worth watching, because otherwise we're probably not going to tune in for most of it. I don't know if you guys are. But if you are, try and talk us into it too. And that's all we got. So until next time, cheers, everybody. Goodbye.